what's going on, everyone? Long time no see. I hope you had a very great holiday, and I hope you guys are all staying safe out there because it ain't letting up. So I want to use this time to kind of update you guys on what's going on with me and what's going on with the channel and kind of the plans going forward from into 2022. Don't worry, for your sake, and if you're not interested in all the subjects that are going to be told, they're going to be time stamped during these times, so you can click at whatever point in the video. Or there will be timestamps in the description too, as well as a pinned comment down below. So I'll try to keep this one short and simple, as it's probably the most least interesting part for you guys to know, but I do feel like I need to keep some transparency with you guys so you know what's going on with the channel and why this been inconsistent uploading as of, the past few years, just so you guys have a better understanding of why things are the way they are. Okay, so as probably some of you know, during most of 2021, a huge portion of that was actually dedicated to production for A Month of Scares Chapter 2. This was scripting, casting people, and most of that is scripting, mind you, and honestly there is still a lot of stuff that hasn't been even shot yet, and I'll get to that later on. So yeah, after the production of Chapter 2, well, at least that episode 1 of Chapter 2, I did decide to take Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's off to go spend time with the family. The holidays were time for family, and they were kind of far from perfect. A lot happened. Life is pretty much a roller coaster. There's going to be downs and ups, and right now, well, at least as of those holidays, they were on that down slope. So right now, we just got to work hard and go right back up. And speaking of roller coasters, I feel like this segues right perfectly into the next part. So if you're just coming here, I briefly covered Month of Scares Chapter 2 over in the personal life. But right here, I want to start focusing on what's going on as of now. So, Month of Scares, the short film, if you didn't already know, was the short film I started back in 2020. During probably one of the worst parts of the pandemic. It was kind of a passion project for me. It was something I was just trying out for the first time because I wanted to try out something different for once. And so I wrote a short script as a little special, and that kind of turned on to its own thing. Got some friends together, and we were having a lot of fun. And honestly, I'm still really proud of that, even for how amateurish as it is. I'm still really proud of the first one, even for the second one, and we decided to invest a lot more into that, and we decided to go, let's finish the story. There was a story started, and we feel like we wanted to finish it, and that's what we wanted to do. And honestly, it was quite a lot of work, and it did teach me a lot of things about being a filmmaker, and I think a lot of that I want to translate into this channel to show a higher quality of work that I want to put into this channel, and I'm actually quite excited for that. And it really gives me this passion I didn't have since I was a teenager or even early adulthood, of wanting to put in a lot of time and energy into this stuff, and I'm honestly really looking forward to it. But going back to Chapter 2, with most passion projects, you gotta come with a lot of restrictions and limitations, and a lot of that being financials and time. A lot of it was volunteer work from everyone, because again, it was just something fun that everyone wanted to do. So yeah, so a lot of that was just a lot of stuff we couldn't dedicate as much time as we wanted to that. Again, this is like, everyone has real life jobs and everyone has their own lives to live, and I'm not going for something as a volunteer project. I'm not going to force people to help me out for something that they're not getting paid for, you know what I mean? It was just kind of something we were just doing for fun, and that was kind of one of the reasons why we didn't get to do as much as we wanted to. But even then, I honestly think for that first episode, it came out really great, and that I was working up to the very last minute. I'm telling you, I worked up till 2 or 3 in the morning editing all of it, man. But it was so much fun. I do not regret anything out of it. It came out really great for what it was. Now, going to the bad news of it, Chapter 2 will have to take an indefinite hiatus. Why is that? Well, our main character, Skylar, he unfortunately had to move. And this was something he was thinking about for a long time, but he didn't know when it was going to happen. But due to circumstances in his life not adding up, he wanted to be a lot closer with his girlfriend, who he was having a long distance relationship with, and he wanted to be a lot closer to her so they can flourish, build their relationship together over there. And honestly, I love him to death, and I couldn't be any more prouder of him and his big steps in life. So unfortunately, Month of Scares Chapter 2 is going to have to take a indefinite hiatus. I might bring it back in podcast form. That's something we've talked about. Maybe getting some voice work done, because he's still going to have internet. He's not in the middle of nowhere. But, we might get some voice work done, and, maybe do it like that with, maybe not get the visuals, but we might have to just rework it into a different thing. But that's just an idea. Take it with a huge grain of salt. And yeah, I want to wish my friend Skylar the best. I hope this girl treats him right. Love you, buddy. For this channel, what is it going to look like on this channel as of this year? If I'm not really going to be continuing Month of Scares, what does it look like for this year? Well, I kind of do want to continue doing short films. How will that look? I don't know yet. I've just had some ideas bouncing around in my head. I haven't scripted any of them out, but they're just ideas, and I might do something with those ideas. I'm not too sure yet, so don't count on anything unless I fully announce it, because at least at that point, if I fully announce it, there's something there. There's something there at least. But as of right now, don't really count on that too much. Something I do want to do is I want to take a lot of those skills that, like I said earlier in the personal part, but I want to take a lot of those skills that I learned from doing Month of Scares for those 2 years in a row, and I want to start implementing in more smaller scale videos on this channel. Maybe start implementing more in here so you guys have a lot more, you get a lot more value out of it. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I'm wanting to evolve my skills to a certain level I can separate myself out from a lot of other content creators. I want to make a name for myself here. Kind of a smaller thing, so I get the goal in a sense is that, for like the past 10 years at this point, I've been using various forms of Sony Vegas Pro to make my content, and a lot of you know that I've gotten very good with that, but I've also, in another way, I've been kind of bored with that too, and I kind of want to take on something else. Something that might either make my work easier or a lot more streamlined, and it feels a lot. I want to get more to a professional level with my editing, and I think something that'll help is, I know DaVinci Resolve has been getting talked about a lot in the editing community, and that's something it's something I want to try out at some point when I get to it. I don't know when I'm going to start that. It's just kind of like, one of those bucket list things, like you'll get to it when you get to it type of things. So it's something I want to try out. If you have any experience with that, I would love to know, and leave me a comment and tell me what your experience is with it. Yeah, I honestly, it would really help me, would maybe motivate me to get to that faster, to be honest. Hey, so here's some kind of Dragon Ball news for all of you. So if you have been a long time viewer of this channel, you may have known that back in 2020, I kind of announced that I'm going to distance myself from Dragon Ball. And I did that mainly because I didn't want to be, as much as I'm still a fan of Dragon Ball, I didn't want to be known for Dragon Ball, and I did not want to kind of slip into that, hey, let me talk about Dragon Ball because this is what's working. I want to be more personality driven with this, and I don't want this channel to have to rely on another person's intellectual property to succeed. I want to be more personality driven, so I have a lot more to talk about. Because if Dragon Ball goes down, then this channel will go. I wouldn't say this channel, but other people's channels, bigger Dragon Ball channels will go down. Let's be quite honest here. Dragon Ball is dead for a long time. It can die again. Let's be quite honest. And I'm still a fan of Dragon Ball, and you can actually watch some Dragon Ball content on TikTok, because I actually have some Dragon Ball content over there, and you can go watch some Dragon Ball content over there where I debunk certain things that are kind of going on within the TikTok community. I don't want to talk about it too much on there, but if something does get my interest up, I will talk about it, and obviously in a respectful way. I don't want to start drama with people over there. If you are interested in Dragon Ball content, you can go over there. You can watch a preview right now. You go over to the Frieza arc, this is complete, even more emphasized in the Super Saiyan transformation, where Goku's always constantly trying to give people mercy, and when the Super Saiyan transformation comes, and the big I am speech that everyone knows, those are two entirely different speeches. No, this is for the really OG, so you gotta go back, Alright, so, Spider-Man, No Way Home. It was kind of inedible. So Spider-Man, No Way Home. It came out in theaters, and wow, it's a movie. But anyways, really got me thinking about Spider-Man a lot, because I didn't realize that how little of Spider-Man I have on this channel, but I do really love Spider-Man. I am a huge fan of Spider-Man, and 2022 is going to be my 20th year as Spider-Man. And you know, leading up to No Way Home, I did do a rewatch of all 8 other live-action Spider-Man movies. Well, I didn't do Far From Home, so I did 7 technically. I'll get to Far From Home when I get to it. But, which got me thinking, what if for the 20th year, my opinions as a child are way different than my opinions as an adult. Why don't I just make a video out of that, compare my opinion for something as a kid versus how much it's changed as an adult. And it's not going to be like a review style. It'll be similar to it, but don't count it as a review. And I think it would be something to kind of look back on, just be like, wow, your opinions can change so much in just 20 years. Or, you know, blank many years has passed since you've originally seen that movie as a child and growing up, in different stages of your life growing up, and what you want out to Spider-Man, because it's very interesting. We've had 3 very different live-action interpretations of Spider-Man, and I realize a lot of my opinions as an adult go against the grain, and I think that would be some interesting content to bring you guys. And honestly, I'm already scripting it out, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So by the time I get done with all the legacy films, which includes Raimi, Webb, and the John Watts films, I want to move on to No Way Home. That's the last thing, and I think by the time I'm done with that, the Blu-ray will be out, because I'm going to have to script all these out, and I'm going to have to film it, I'm going to have to edit it when I can, and I don't have a limited time. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, and I invite you guys for the ride. There will be an introduction video sometime this month that'll kind of give you a lot more context of what's going on, but for now, that's what you'll get. To sum up this whole video into one bite-sized thing, personal life, ups and downs, channel goals. Month of Scares going on hiatus, but shorter forum content will be here. And Dragon Ball, TikTok, Spider-Man, this channel. That kind of sums up everything right there. So make sure you leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Make sure if you want to go check out the other parts, if you skipped around, you can go check out those other parts. You know, go click on the timestamps at whatever part. And honestly, I love all of you, and I want you guys to all stay safe out there. You know, and all the support that you guys have given me for the past few years, I am really grateful for that. No, I'm nowhere near my peak, but I'm not down. So, honestly, let's look forward to a good 2022. I'll see you all later.